Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
Ice. We all know what they're doing. We all know what they're trying to accomplish. And we're going to get into something very major as it concerns ICE. The rumor, the news, the headlines, the speculation, the gossip. Remember ISIS? Yeah. Oh, boy, that was horrible. That was bad, right? Well, we don't want to remember that. But AEW fan arrested after victims found trapped in basement. Wow, this story was actually real. I thought this was gossip and rumor and speculation. I mean, we do bring up rumors, news, and gossip and speculation on this channel, obviously. But this was one I wasn't even going to bring up because I thought it was absurd. I thought it sounded weird and twisted. But apparently, this is what's really going down. This is what's really happening. AEW fan arrested after victims found trapped in basement. Wow. What's going on in AEW? What are they feeding those AEW fans? What's in that Gatorade over at All Elite Wrestling? Oh my God. The Undertaker says, "Kiss my behind." The Undertaker shuts down accusations of abusing power backstage in WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the Phenom, the conscience of the World Wrestling Entertainment. Also, Gail Kim fires back at Kenny Omega after legend tribalism tweet. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot going on, a lot of drama, a lot of shenanigans going on between Gail Kim and AEW and Kenny Omega. The story is being followed. Also, WWE and AEW are set for dueling announcements in counter-programming showdown. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Let's get deep into this one. The battle for Wednesday night supremacy is heating up once again, according to those in the know. Both WWE and AEW are teasing major announcements for tonight's show as their counter-programming feud continues. WWE's Stevie Turner took to social media to tease something massive for tonight's new episode of WWE Evolve on Tubi TV. And ahead of the broadcast, Turner posted on X, "I feel like it's time to shake things up a bit, so I'm going to make a historic making announcement tonight on WWE Evolve." While WWE fans gear up for what this could mean, AEW isn't staying quiet either. Tony Khan has been teasing an important announcement on AEW Dynamite since Sunday's All Out. This setup feels familiar and not by accident. AEW All Out Toronto ran the same night as WWE's Wrestlepalooza on ESPN, creating a head-to-head clash between the two companies. Now, just days later, the programming war continues with back-to-back teases that could shake up both brands. WWE and AEW have a long history of trying to one-up each other with major reveals, surprise returns, and game-changing moves. With both companies hyping announcements tonight, fans are preparing for a historic night from both promotions. Are you watching WWE Evolve or AEW Dynamite tonight? Leave your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions in the comment section below, because if it weren't for you, there would be no Sean's frickin' View. Also, we were receiving word at this time and at this hour, Nasha wasn't nixed from WWE NXT plans, but her TNA future is still uncertain. Well, when you got the cops, the police, the courts, when you got all that at stake, when you got all that on the line, you got to expect the unexpected, and there's going to be probably a lot of twists and a lot of turns as it concerns that. Also, ESPN fires back after fans explode over his Wrestlepalooza grade. ESPN firing back. What is going on here? WWE Wrestlepalooza may have wrapped up last week, but the fallout continues. Well, see, here's the thing now. We're almost a week out of this thing, and we're still talking about one of the worst pay-per-views in WWE history. But the fact that we're still talking about it, it's not about what happened in the ring. ESPN writer caught heat after giving the show a C grade, and now he's directly responsible and responding to the backlash from fans and critics. Look, I gave it a C- and it deserves a C. Monday morning, my mentions were on fire. We know how wrestling fans can be and how the tribalism works. I didn't expect the kind of reaction based on an average grade. I didn't give it an F-. What are we doing here? Can we not be honest about the show? The most surprising part, a lot of people were shocked that ESPN would grade a show on their own network as average, bad, or say we S'd on it as an SHIT. Some even called for my job to be gone, fired. Others said I was tweeting about AEW early in the day and called me a shill. I've loved pro wrestling since I was 3. I've watched everything, All Out, NXT, TNA. People who know me know this, but those who don't assume I'm on one side or Tony Khan's side. That surprised me that people were shocked someone from ESPN gave it an average grade. So the show's over. People have watched it, and my rating means nothing now. They got their views. It changes nothing. The bigger issue is that if we can't be honest about how a show really is, then my journalistic credibility is at risk. My grade means something. I also grade UFC fights and boxing. If I give everything an A, what would it mean? People have to stop thinking that a C is horrible. It's not. I'll never watch Wrestlepalooza again. I don't care to, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. For something that promised epic moments, it just fell short. Despite the pushback from people like Booker T, he isn't walking back on his opinion, this ESPN analysis, this opinionator. He believes that calling it like he sees it is part of his job, and if that means saying a hyped event fell flat, so be it. He has made it clear that he is not here to sugarcoat shows just because they air on ESPN. If a wrestling show falls to live up to its own hype, the expectations, he is going to say it. Do you agree with his grading for Wrestlepalooza? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. People in the comments, he will likely be booking or looking for work in the near future. Kevin Nash gives health update after heart procedure. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. And Kevin Nash even talking about a heart attack. His review was fine. I give him credit for giving his honest review of the show, even if it wasn't painting his employee as a favorable as light as they probably would have liked. A D+ would have been fine as well. So again, guys, people are still talking about it. They're still ranting about it. They're still publicizing about it. Breaking news on the future of the former WWE Champion and Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Even though Reigns is set to wrap up filming, he won't be back on WWE TV just yet. Fightful Select confirmed the update. He's not expected to be on SmackDown this week. Reigns is still advertised for WWE Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia, so his in-ring isn't far off. But for now, fans will have to wait a little longer to see him back on the blue brand of SmackDown on the USA Network. Are you excited for the return of Roman Reigns? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. It's all about your emotions. Shocking breaking news, guys. Fans, we have never seen anything like this in the history of WWE. ICE has invaded WWE. Rumors have spread that this is not just an angle or a storyline, but WWE officials are tight-lipped backstage. This could lead to arrests, chaos, or even the shutdown of a live show. On the next coming Raw or SmackDown, we could see a segment, we could possibly, maybe, potentially, where Rey Mysterio cuts a promo about his legacy and the arena lights cut out. It goes dark. It goes black. A group dressed in tactical ICE-style gear storms the ring. The commentators sell confusion. This isn't on the format. This isn't planned. This isn't part of tonight's festivities. This isn't the show. The group surrounds Rey Mysterio, symbolizing a crackdown. Social media goes wild. You can frame it as fans filming from the crowd. Hashtag trending immediately. Triple H is shown backstage furious, yelling at producers, "Who let this on the air?" Dominic Mysterio, of all people, runs down with Judgment Day to save his father. Ironic twist since they're normally rivals against each other. The ICE faction beats them down, showing their strength and their dominance in their performance. The big babyfaces would then come out. Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Sami Zayn. They rush the ring for backup. Commentary frames it as WWE versus ICE, escalating it into an all-out brawl. Fans chant, "This is awesome," as chaos unfolds. Dirt sheet drops. Sources say some talent are not comfortable with this angle. Backstage morale is divided, according to those in the know. Backstage segment would see Triple H and Adam Pearce argue, "We can't let this happen on our show," versus "This could be ratings gold." Some insiders claim that ICE faction might actually be ex-WWE wrestlers under masks, superstars that were potentially maybe released from the company. Suspicion and speculation spreads. Is Vince McMahon behind it, pulling strings from the shadows? In the ring, the ICE leader cuts a promo. "We are here to deport the old guard of WWE. One superstar at a time. No one is safe. Not Mysterio, not Orton, not even Roman Reigns." They reveal they want control of WWE. A challenge is issued. A Survivor Series style match. WWE versus ICE. If WWE loses, the ICE faction takes over. As the show closes, ICE Members kidnap Rey Mysterio and drag him away. Commentators scream, what just happened? Where are they taking Rey? Social media meltdown. Fans posting theories saying WWE has gone too far. Will this storyline make or break WWE's partnership with Netflix and ESPN? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Now, guys, this is huge. This is major. I mean, if this is really what's going to happen, if this is what's going to transcend, Rey Mysterio caught in the crossfire, WWE Raw being hijacked by the ICE faction, ICE invasion leads to massive brawl in WWE, the most controversial storyline yet, ICE versus WWE, WWE fans shocked as ICE faction takes over, ICE faction declares war on WWE superstars. Guys, this has the makings. You know, right now, if you think about current storylines, if you think of current day booking and creative, there isn't a whole hell of a lot. There's not a lot of intrigue. There's not a lot of entertainment. So if you have what's replicating real life and you put it onto WWE TV, I think that would be compelling or interesting. Now, whether or not it's a good idea or a bad idea or whether it's poor in taste, if you can replicate, if you can simulate what's going on in life and transcend it and put it to WWE, well then, you know, challenge the narrative, you know, up the ante, climb the ladder of success. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different variables that I always say these variables that go into it. But will we see a showdown between WWE and ICE? WWE are going to erupt after ICE faction storms the ring. Triple H furious backstage over the inclusion of ICE. Ice, baby, ice. All right, there's nothing baby about it. Jasmine Nicks' WWE contract expiration date is absolutely being revealed, unveiled online, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. Also, The Undertaker shuts down criticism over Michelle McCool joining his podcast. ESPN boss says that they tried to land WWE Raw SmackDown and archive rights in the past. Again, ESPN boss says they tried to land WWE Raw SmackDown and archive rights in the past. Would you want to see everything? Would you want to see everything move to ESPN? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, we are receiving word at this hour that multiple matches are revealed for tonight's AEW Dynamite. Make it right. AEW Star is finally medically suspended. Whoa, AEW Star medically suspended after all-out tailgate brawl. Jasmine Nicks explains why she chose to quit WWE instead of resigning. WWE's long-term plans for NXT TNA invasion angle revealed online according to those in the know. Tiffany Stratton sets the record straight on injury rumors. TNA pulls Masha Slamovich from Victory Road amid domestic violence allegations. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, I am working on yet another big blockbuster story that you are not going to soon want to miss, because Seanzviewent keeps you in the know on all that is right here in front of you, whether it be rumor, gossip, speculation, hearsay, whether it be in-depth, whether it be detailed, we will bring it to you because it will always be fire, because this is my desire. And they say if you love doing something, it's not really work after all. If you love what you do, if you like what you do, if you get up every day. And Seanzviewent is going to get up, and I'm going to step up, because I am never going to step off like Eric Bischoff, who would go to Tijuana to buy a trini for a $30 payoff just to get a little boff, who should get a send-off before I knock his frickin' block off. Subscribe.